Do you ever feel like you have a million things to do, but you don't know where to start? It's a common feeling, and it can be really overwhelming. Today, I want to talk about a simple but powerful technique that can completely change how you manage your day. It's called timeboxing. So, what is timeboxing? The idea is very simple. You pick one task you need to do. Then, you decide how much time you're going to spend on it. You block that time out on your calendar, just like you would for a meeting. And during that time, you focus only on that one task. That's it. It's not complicated, but it works surprisingly well. Think about it this way. Instead of looking at a long to-do list and feeling stressed, you just look at your calendar. You see a block of time, and you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It simplifies your decisions and brings a lot of clarity to your day. You're not trying to do everything at once. You're just doing one thing at a time, in a dedicated time slot. This shift from a task list to a schedule can make a huge difference in how you feel and how much you get done. It's about giving every task a home in your day. Now let's talk about the benefits of working this way. Why is timeboxing so effective? The biggest benefit is focus. When you know you only have, say, 1 hour to work on a report, you're more likely to stay on track. You turn off your notifications, you close those extra browser tabs, and you just work. This deep focus means you get more done in less time, and the quality of your work often improves too. It's like a mini deadline you set for yourself, which can be a great motivator. This focus also helps reduce stress. When you're constantly switching between tasks, your brain gets tired. This is called context switching, and it drains your energy and makes you feel scattered. With timeboxing, you're giving your brain a break. You're allowing it to concentrate fully on one thing before moving to the next. This creates a much calmer, more organized feeling throughout your day. You end the day feeling accomplished instead of just busy. Another great benefit is that timeboxing helps you meet your deadlines. When you plan your week using time boxes, you can see exactly how much time you're dedicating to your most important projects. It makes it obvious if you haven't allocated enough time for something critical. This allows you to adjust your plan before it becomes a problem. You can be realistic about what you can achieve in a given week, which prevents that last-minute panic when a deadline is approaching. It also gives you a wonderful sense of progress. At the end of each time box, you can look back and see what you've accomplished. Even if you didn't finish the entire task, you made progress. Ticking off these blocks on your calendar is very satisfying. It's a visual representation of your hard work, and it builds momentum. This feeling of making steady progress is key to staying motivated, especially on long or difficult projects. And if you work in a team, timeboxing has another advantage. When you use a shared calendar, your colleagues can see when you're busy and what you're working on. This creates a lot of transparency. It helps everyone understand each other's workload and availability. This means fewer interruptions and better coordination. People will know not to schedule a meeting during a time you've blocked for deep work. It sets clear boundaries and helps the whole team work together more smoothly. So, the benefits are clear. Better focus, less stress, hitting deadlines, a sense of progress, and better team coordination. It's a simple change that has a big impact on your productivity and well-being. Okay, let's make this practical. You might be thinking, this sounds good, but how do I actually start? The biggest challenge for many people is figuring out how to break down big tasks into smaller pieces and then estimating how long each piece will take. This is a skill, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. Let's say you have a big project, like create a presentation for the quarterly review. That's too big for a single time box. The first step is to break it down. What are the individual steps? Maybe it's research the data, then create an outline, then design the slides, then write the script, and finally, practice the delivery. Now you have 5 smaller, more manageable tasks. Once you have your smaller tasks, you need to estimate the time for each one. This is where it gets tricky at first. A good starting point is to just make your best guess. If you think creating the outline will take 1 hour, block out 1 hour on your calendar. Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to get started. It's also important to be realistic. Don't forget to schedule everything that takes up your time. This includes meetings, of course, but also things like your commute, your lunch break, and even short breaks between tasks. If you have a 1-hour commute to the office, Put that in your calendar. If you need a 30-minute lunch break to recharge, schedule it. Timeboxing isn't just about work, it's about planning your entire day. This gives you a true picture of your available time. Also, be kind to yourself. It's a good idea to add some buffer time into your schedule. Things always take longer than we expect. Maybe a task is more complex than you thought, or you get an unexpected phone call. If you schedule every minute of your day back to back, you'll feel stressed and behind schedule as soon as one thing runs over. So, if you think a task will take 45 minutes, maybe schedule an hour for it. This little bit of breathing room makes your schedule more flexible and resilient. As you practice, you'll get much better at estimating. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to review your schedule. Did that report really take 2 hours, or did it take 3? Did you need more break time? This reflection is crucial. You'll start to learn your own work patterns. Maybe you're really focused in the morning, so that's the best time for your most challenging tasks. Maybe your energy dips in the afternoon, so that's a good time for easier things like answering emails. Over time, your calendar will become a very accurate reflection of your day. It will feel less like a rigid plan you have to follow and more like a helpful guide that supports you. So, start small. Break down one project, estimate the time for each part, and put it on your calendar. See how it feels. The key is not to get it perfect on day one, but to start practicing and learning. So, to wrap things up, timeboxing is a really practical and down-to-earth way to organize your day. It's not a complex system that requires special software or a lot of training. It's simply about deciding what to do and when to do it, and then putting that plan on your calendar. By focusing on one thing at a time, you reduce the stress that comes from a cluttered to-do list. You get more done because you're not constantly switching between tasks. You gain a clear sense of progress, and you get better at planning your time. It brings a sense of calm and control to what can often feel like a chaotic workday. The most important thing to remember is that it's a skill. You will get better at estimating your time with practice. So, don't be discouraged if your first few days don't go perfectly. Just keep adjusting and learning. What's the one task you always put off because it feels too big to start? This is Work Smart Studio. Follow for more calm, practical productivity tips and drop your answer in the comments.